Hi, my name is James Bavalaco, and I am a voice teacher. But today, I'm taking off my voice teacher hat and really sitting in the fan club energy that is Mariah Carey. Like, I am just so floored with Mariah Carey and her voice. Mariah Carey is a supreme vocalist. She's been doing this for decades. It was no surprise that she can sing. Mariah Carey brought on this huge group of performers between her gospel choir and the youth dancers that she had. There's a huge ensemble, right? She has her backup singers, her band. Like, there's a lot of performers sharing the stage with Mariah Carey. You know how Mariah Carey has her status with her vocal agility and her crazy riffs and runs, notes moving all over the place. The backup singers, the worship team, incredible vocals. And one thing that I kept thinking about in this concert is how, for me personally growing up, one of the narratives that I kept hearing about was that there's not a lot of opportunities to make money in the arts. There's not a lot of job opportunities. It's hard to make your way. But one thing that I don't hear people talking about enough is the fact that there are these huge groups of performers that do tours with all these celebrities, all of these big names. There was a lot of young performers in this group, especially the dancers. Some of them could not have been more than 8 or 9 years old, it seemed like. And I was just so floored by the sheer level of talent and skills that was showcased through all of these performers, not just Mariah. Which brings me to my next point. At that level, at that stage and status that Mariah Carey is now at, she's able to give back, create opportunities for so many more artists to find their voice and showcase their abilities. I love that so much. I love that so much. And it gets me to start thinking about, as artists, what can we do to support each other? What can we do to lift up the artists around us? When people say there's not a lot of opportunities in the arts, I do find that quite frustrating. Not to go on a tangent. With this concert, it really validated and reinforced the fact that there are opportunities for artists, especially if you're passionate and hardworking like these incredible, skilled people that have joined the stage with Mariah. Collaboration over competition every single time. We're trained, especially in America, with all of these reality TV shows. We have The Voice, American Idol, America's Got Talent, all of these shows where you put singers up against each other for the one big prize. It creates this false sense of scarcity in the industry that is not necessarily reflective of the world that we live in today. And that's what I really loved about seeing Mariah Carey, was the fact that not only did she take her time to shine, she put a spotlight on so many other skilled artists and gave them a space to express themselves as the performers they are. And I think that is just so absolutely incredible. But moving on from that point, in terms of performance, another thing I noticed was Mariah Carey had quite a few costume changes. I was here for it. I'm always down for a quick costume change. You'd be wearing one shirt in like 1 minute, and then I'll be wearing one shirt, and the next minute I'm just constantly changing clothes. Or I'm wearing the same sweater like 4 days in a row because I'm like, it's Christmas, deal with it. That's just the current state I'm in with December. I'm a lover of a quick change, and Mariah had a few costume changes that I do want to talk about, but not for the sake of the costumes itself. I want to touch upon creating space for breaks within your performances. Mariah Carey is an incredibly skilled performer. Without a doubt, she could probably sing through the entirety of the show without taking the breaks. Having these breaks really helps her out with the costume changes, but I'm sure it also gives her time to like reset her voice so she's not constantly singing and not at the high intensity that Mariah Carey songs usually sit at. For a 2-hour concert, it's gonna be a lot to be constantly singing and singing and singing your heart out. Mariah Carey has taken times for costume changes. She's paused on stage to kiki with the audience, tell a few jokes, mingle if you will. Her glam squad to come fix up her hair and fix up her makeup because she wanted to look good. Like, this is Madison Square Garden, Mariah Carey. My point here is, you know what you need as an artist. Mariah Carey knows exactly what she needs. She takes the breaks. She protects her image. She rests her voice. She has her tea with her My point for this section of the video is to really let you know that, like, as the artist, it's your job to speak up for your needs. You need to have the agency within yourself to be like, this is what I need in this moment. This is what my body needs. This is what my voice needs, and I'm going to take it. Madison Square Garden, it's not a small venue. It's huge, right? It's a stadium, and there's hundreds and hundreds of people watching her sing. But the fact that she's able to be like, you know what, I need to go get a drink. Let me stop the show to drink my tea. Like, that just goes to show that there really are no rules. And your audience is there to support you. Passionate just as you are passionate about making music, they're passionate about watching music and listening to music. When you need those breaks, you know, step up and take them. Of course, there's going to be times where you don't have the luxury, you know what I mean? Not everyone is a Mariah Carey at a Mariah Carey concert. Sometimes you're in a choir performance and you can't exactly take a break. For Mariah Carey, it's those breaks to fix her hair and her makeup, get her tea, change her costume, whatever it may be. Like, there's things that need to go on, like in a show. Like, you're not just singing, you're putting on a performance. With that being said, really listen to your intuition. I will be taking breaks in my set. I will be making sure that I get water in my set. People will understand, because at the end of the day, they're here to support you, and it is a transaction. Right? You're giving them the gift of music, and they're giving you the gift of listening. That energy is going to be swapped back and forth between you through song, and it's going to create this immersive sonic experience regardless. There's going to be days where you find your voice just does not perform up to that standard that you have, or the normal. Whether it's because the weather is too dry, or you didn't get enough sleep last night, whatever it may be, like, there's going to be instances where your voice is not at 100% of what you're expecting it. And that's completely fine. Mariah Carey often either changed the keys of some of her songs, or she changed the melodic lines, the notes in her songs, so they're within her range. I got to hear so many riffs, series of melodic notes, that I wasn't necessarily expecting, or never heard before, because they're not in the original recording from the studio, and that is completely fine. Let this be a reminder that you don't have to copy the studio recording. You're allowed to transpose the songs, you're allowed to change the key so it fits your voice better on any given day, and you're allowed to play with the melody. That way you're able to sing in a way that serves you right now. After watching this video, I hope you have a better idea of how we can learn how to vibe with our own voices based on studying performers and their choices. What's next? You start to apply these very things into your vocal routine. It is no secret at this point that Mariah Carey truly vibes with her voice. She understands the complexities of her own instrument, and she knows how to take care of it on a day-to-day basis. So, my question is for you. Are you ready to vibe with your voice? I'll see you in the next video.